sun was setting, casting long shadows across the endless rows of towering corn stalks as I ventured into the heart of that sprawling cornfield. My name is Emily, and I was a fearless teenager with an unquenchable thirst for adventure. But what happened to me that fateful evening is a story I can barely bring myself to recount. The whispers of the townsfolk about scarecrows that came to life had always been a source of amusement for me. They were just stories, urban legends passed down through generations to spook the children. "Don't go too deep into the cornfield," my friends would warn, "or the scarecrows will get you." I laughed it off, believing myself immune to such childish fears. With my backpack slung over one shoulder and a flashlight in hand, I ventured into the cornfield that evening, driven by an insatiable curiosity. The rustling leaves and the soft murmur of the wind through the corn seemed to beckon me deeper into the labyrinthine maze. The stalks of corn were taller and denser than I'd ever seen before, forming a wall of green that surrounded me on all sides. Time seemed to slip away as I lost myself in the endless rows, each one indistinguishable from the last. Panic began to creep in as I realized I was hopelessly lost. I called out for help, but my cries were swallowed by the rustling leaves and the eerie silence of the cornfield. As twilight descended and the sky darkened, a sense of dread settled over me. My heart pounded in my chest, and the realization that I was alone in this vast, unending sea of corn weighed on me like a leaden shroud. I knew I had to find my way out before darkness fell completely. But no matter which direction I turned, every row of corn appeared identical, leading me further into the labyrinth. The temperature dropped, and the air grew heavy with the scent of decay. My steps quickened, fueled by growing panic. And then, in the dimming light, I saw it. An ominous figure standing amid the corn stalks. A scarecrow. Its button-like eyes seemed to gleam malevolently, and its tattered clothes looked as if they were soaked in something sinister. I approached cautiously, hoping that this scarecrow might be a marker, a sign that would guide me to safety. But as I drew nearer, a cold shiver ran down my spine, and my instinct screamed at me to turn and run. This scarecrow was like none I had ever seen before. Just as I decided to flee, the scarecrow's head swiveled to fix its empty gaze upon me. My heart froze, and I stumbled backward, unable to tear my eyes from its haunting stare. It was then that I heard it, the guttural roar of a chainsaw coming to life in its gnarled, straw-stuffed hands. Fear flooded my veins as I turned to escape, but the scarecrow was swift, relentless. The chainsaw's teeth gnashed and whirred, biting into the cornstalks with terrifying precision as it pursued me through the labyrinth of maze. Its deafening roar drowned out the sound of my own frantic breathing. I sprinted between the rows, my heart racing, my lungs burning. The chainsaw-wielding scarecrow was unyielding, gaining ground with every step. The cornfield itself seemed to conspire against me, the rows closing in, making escape impossible. But fear and desperation pushed me beyond my limits. I zigzagged through the rows, my legs aching, my body on the brink of collapse. The world became a nightmarish blur of green darkness and the relentless roar of that infernal chainsaw. My strength waned, and it felt like I couldn't go on. But just as despair threatened to consume me, I burst through the final row of cornstalks and stumbled into an open moonlit field. Gasping for breath, I collapsed, my heart still pounding. The chainsaw-wielding scarecrow stood at the edge of the cornfield, unable to cross into the light. Summoning every ounce of courage I had left, I rose to my feet and ran towards the safety of my home, never looking back. The scarecrow's menacing form disappeared into the darkness behind me. The legend of the chainsaw-wielding scarecrow became a grim reminder in our small town, a story that sent shivers down the spines of all who heard it. I, Emily, was forever haunted by that nightmarish encounter, a living testament to the horrors that lurked within the cornfields. It was a chilling reminder that sometimes, the most terrifying stories are the ones that become all too real.
Thank you for joining us on another chilling journey through the darkest corners of human history. If you've enjoyed exploring these chilling case files with us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated on our latest tales of intrigue and terror. And remember, The truth is often stranger than fiction, and the world is full of mysteries waiting to be unraveled. So, until next time, stay curious, stay cautious, and never stop seeking the truth. This is Chilling Case Files. Goodbye.